Glib Yuriyovych had barely taken the throne in Kyiv when he had to fend off attacks from the Polovtsians. He didn't have a strong army, so he tried to buy them off. But as soon as he paid off one Khan, another would attack. Meanwhile, Mstyslav called upon Yaroslav of Halik and marched on the capital. Frightened, Glib fled to Pereyaslav. Mstyslav took Kyiv without a fight and began to consolidate his power. There, Prince David Rostyslavych put up a strong defense, and Mstislav's allies began to abandon him. First the Galicians, and then the Black Cloaks. Mstyslav had to return to Volhynia, where he fell ill and soon died. Prince Glib did not outlive him by much. Old and sick, he could no longer cope with the Polovtsians who were advancing from beyond the Bug. His younger brothers, Mikhailo and Vsevolod, went out against the nomads. They returned victorious, but Glib Yuriyovych did not live to see it. Without the knowledge of Andrei Bogolyubsky, the Rostyslavichi seated their uncle Volodymyr Mstyslavych in Kyiv. Outraged, Andrei ordered the throne to be vacated, but Volodymyr did not obey. And after ruling for less than 3 months, he too died. Apparently, Andrei still wanted to control the Kyiv throne as he pleased. To that end, he invalidated Volodymyr. Even though he was the eldest in the Monomakh family, to sweeten the deal for himself as the sole ruler, he conveniently handed over the Kyiv throne to his allies, the Rostyslavych brothers. At first, he offered the rule of Kyiv to the eldest of the brothers, Roman Rostyslavych. But taking advantage of rumors that Glib had not died a natural death and that the Rostyslavych brothers were covering for the murderers, Andrei drove Roman out of Kyiv. And in his place, he installed his own brother, Mikhailo. But Mikhailo sent his brother Vsevolod to Kyiv instead of himself. The Rostyslavych brothers did not give up. They drove Vsevolod out and put Rurik on the throne in Kyiv. Moreover, Mstyslav Rostyslavych ordered the envoy who brought Andrei's threatening letter to have his hair cut off. When he learned about this, the Prince of Suzdal gathered an army of 50,000. The Rostyslavych brothers abandoned Kyiv and locked themselves up in smaller and easier to defend castles. Rurik was in Bilhorod, Mstyslav in Vishhorod, and David went to Galicia for help. Andrei took Kyiv and marched toward Vishhorod. There was no agreement among his 20 closest associates. Some were outraged by Andrei's sole rule, while others secretly sympathized with the Rostyslavych brothers. The siege lasted 9 weeks. Yaroslav of Lutsk, who was coming to help Andrei, wanted to rule Kyiv himself. But he saw no support for this from the Suzdal prince. So he conspired with the Rostyslavych brothers and turned back to Bilhorod to join forces with Yuriyovych. This was the beginning of panic in the Union army. In the middle of the night, a wild, general stampede broke out. Rostislav attacked the fleeing soldiers and captured many of them. The Rostyslavych brothers placed Yaroslav Iziaslavych on the throne in Kyiv. But did he last long? He didn't keep his seat for long. Soon, Svyatoslav Vsevolodovich took the Kyiv throne.